What's up, guys? Jonathan. So I really want to get into what I mentioned in my last video about what my girlfriend had told me that time that I was really stressed over what happened to me. And what I really want to get into, how when something happens to us and we start stressing about it, we start beating ourselves up, whether it's a mistake we made at work, whether it's a certain grade that we got on a test, we already feel stressed. We're already disappointed in ourselves. We already feel this tenseness. And I realize that sometimes when certain things happen to you, you're going to stress about it for 2-3 hours. You're going to get upset. And what I really want to hone in on is what my girlfriend had told me about, at least you got over it. At least you're over it now. And I realized that the reason why we don't get over things, the reason why we hold on to it, the reason why we judge ourselves so much is because we are holding on that extra layer of stress, that extra layer of pressure. We're adding that on. We're adding that on. It's like you're already stressed. You're already bothered by something. Why would you add on to it? Why would you make yourself so stressed? I'll put it this way. Let's say you're driving. You're getting ready to go to work and you're running late and you get a flat tire. We all know that feeling. So you pull over to the side of the road and you're like, man, I got a flat tire. My day is already shot. Would you want all 4 of your tires to be flat? Would you want an additional 3 tires to be flat? You wouldn't. You wouldn't want that to happen. But that's what we do in our lives. We're already stressed about something. We're already disturbed. We're already disturbed about something. We're upset. And we add on to that. We create more stress. We create more scenarios on our mind that don't need to even be there. But that's what we do as human beings. Even when making YouTube videos. By the end of December, I told myself that I was going to make YouTube videos for the new year. And I didn't know how I was going to do it. I was like, how am I going to do this? How is this going to be possible? What are people going to think about me? How is this going to come across? I was so concerned and I was so worried. I was like, what equipment am I going to use? Who's going to watch me? All this other stuff, crippled by people's opinions, crippled by judgment of myself, crippled by perfection. And that's another thing. We're constantly plagued by perfectionism. Even sometimes in my videos, I'm like, maybe I should use this equipment. Maybe I should have this sound. Maybe I should, all these other things. And it's like, yeah, I want to be better. Yeah, eventually I do want to have better equipment and all this other stuff. I've had a team around me, but with scheduling and all these other things, sometimes you just want to do a video and just do it yourself. And I'm learning things in the process as I'm doing it myself. But at the end of the day, you cannot let the fact that you need to be perfect get in your way. You cannot let people's opinions hold you back. Because at the end of the day, it's going to keep you from growing. And I've learned so much from creating YouTube videos. I've learned so much from not being crippled by perfection, for not being crippled if I stumble in a word or if I stutter, whatever the case may be. I've learned so much because it's freed me from that. And when you stop caring about what people think, when you let go of that judgment, you start realizing that, wow, I'm breaking off the chains. I'm breaking off chains on me. You see, we've walked our entire lives with chains wrapped around our neck. And we don't have to live that way. So as you start realizing, wow, this is why I care what this person thinks. Wow, it's my mom's and my dad's opinion of me that's holding me back. It's that judgment from them that's making me judge myself. What's in my mind is not even me, that's them. It's what my teacher in 2nd grade said to me. It's what my friend that used to be my friend said to me 3 years ago that's holding me back. It's not me. And when you get to that place, you start realizing, wow, I can be free. And you start getting addicted to that freedom. You start getting addicted to that. So don't get me wrong, as you're growing, as you're improving, as you're creating freedom for yourself, you're going to go back to those bad habits. I put it this way, if you've lived in a house for over 10 years, it's not going to be easy to move out that house. If you wore a shirt, let's say I wore this black shirt for 20 years of my life, if you gave me an Armani suit, I can't even say it, an Armani suit, I'm not going to want to wear that Armani suit because I'm so used to this black shirt. It's my freedom. It's like my comfort zone, even though it's plaguing me, even though it's not giving me freedom. And that's what we do to ourselves. So we got to break that down. Every time we judge ourselves on something, like, wow, I don't need to care about what this person says. I don't need to live by their opinions. I just need to live my life. I just need to follow my vision. I just have to see what God has for me in my life. That's how we need to live our life. So what I really want to come across with this video is that you don't need to judge yourself. You don't need to be so hard on yourself. You don't need to be crippled by perfection. You don't need to let others' opinions hold you down. You don't need to live this way. It's a choice. It really is a choice. And as you start to break through those chains, as you start to realize why you care so much about what people think, or why you don't believe in yourself, or why you have all this self-doubt, or why you have all these insecurities, you learn to break through them. And even if they still bother you, if they still upset you, if they still get to you, they don't affect you as much. You start growing, you start becoming stronger, you start believing in yourself more, and you start putting the right people around you. You start realizing, like, wow, I don't want to be around those people because they're not good for me. They're not inspiring me. They're not helping me. They're not helping me push forward. And another thing is, don't take yourself so seriously. That's one of my biggest mistakes in my life. Is many times I've lived my life taking myself so seriously. Like if I fail a test or if I make a mistake at work, it's like, oh, I must not be good, or oh, you're terrible, or it's like all this is just laugh at it. What changed for me is when I heard Kobe Bryant, who, as we know, is a clutch player, but he talked about why he was so clutch, because he said, you know what, I'm not afraid to take the big shot because I'll laugh at myself. And if you laugh at me, forget you. I don't care. I'll laugh at myself. Because at the end of the day, it's about my love for the game, he said. It's about my love for winning. It's not about anything else. So I think we have to remember that. It's not about what people think. Like, don't take yourself so seriously. Your identity is not in your job. Your identity is not in what people think about you. Your identity is not in not making mistakes or being perfect. Your identity is just being you, being yourself, understanding your growth and your process, loving the process, loving you every single day, understanding that God has a special plan for you, understanding that you have a purpose here on this earth. And don't you forget that. So if you guys have it already, please be sure to subscribe. Take care, guys, and God bless.